Hello, all. My name's Cayman. You already know that. So, my foldables. So, what I did was for my first one, I'm going to do it's English. So, for English, I did punctuation, and what I did, it's kind of something I saw which I really liked. So, the first one you have here is commas, and it kind of goes through each of the really hard punctuations that they have, and then you open it up, and then it has the if you can see, it says it gives you how it's used and examples of how it's used. Well, not an example, it's how it's why when it's used, and then it gives you an example on the inside that folds out. So I really like this idea. And then it kind of goes through, like I said, semicolon, colon, and then a dash mark. So this is really helpful because we don't focus on some of that stuff, and we can definitely have a hard time knowing when to put that stuff in the English language and when writing. So just having a little thing in a folder would help students with that. Okay, so the next one I did, which since I'm a math teacher, so I was really happy about this one. This is probably one of the things that kids mess up the most, and it is the geometry triangle congruence theorems. And so I only did 3 of them because you really just want to focus on those smaller goals. There's a lot more that can be more confusing and add more stuff, but these are the 3 big ones. So there's the ASA, which is angle side angle. And what we did is we put on the inside, we gave what would require it, and then we wrote the full name of it out, and then we gave them a picture. So you go on and do 3 of those, just like we did for the English one, but it's a bit different because it's not using the example, it's just giving you pictures. And I think pictures in math is such a big part, and that's what causes most of the confusion. And that's what I think is a huge part to that, is that it gives kids and students with disabilities the idea and the chances to give them a picture. And I think, especially in math and almost any subject we talk about, pictures help a ton. So that, to me, was what I felt was really part in that. The third subject I did was science. And what I did was you have your plant cells and you have your animal cells. And that can cause a lot of confusion. And what I did was I made almost like a Venn diagram. So you have your picture right here where that would be given to them on a piece of paper that they would cut out. And it tells you, if you can see, all the things that they have in common. And then it also shows like the 3 things that the plant cell has. And so over here you can kind of rewrite, like, so plant cells contain, and then they have the 3 things that they have. And then it goes over here and says, well, here's the animal cell. And so when you cover this up, it also covers perfectly, so you could just see the animal cell or the plant cell. But like I was doing over here, the animal cell just kind of goes off, but it's the biggest thing is this is that the mitochondria goes off and is the energy source of the cell itself. And finally, the reason this one, I know I'm using a same color construction paper, but it's just what I had. This is actually for social studies, and this one is for helping students remember what this, not just helping them what they do, but also telling them what's classified under that. So this piece is closed. It's just taped, but it has branches of government. And then on the inside, so one side has judicial, has your executive, and it has your legislative branch. And then all it is it's a quick little reminder. So when you open it up, the judicial branch says it evaluates the laws. And so the Supreme Court is the one that's underneath that, which is huge. And students can kind of forget, like, oh, what's under this? So having these little flaps, which tells you what they do in a quick 3 words, and then who is underneath it, is huge. And then finally, the legislative is the Congress, the House of Representatives, and the Senate. And they make the laws. So those are my 4. Oh, sorry, I almost forgot. The social studies one, which would help with students, is, like I said, I was just going over about how important it is to just kind of keep it as simple as possible and give them examples that would classify underneath. So those are my 4 content foldables. I hope you enjoyed them. I hope they help. I'm really excited to use this math one and some of the other ones. So thank you for listening, and good luck with everyone else's.